Now for our feature story of the day. $7 trillion Charles Schwab says Bitcoin is going to $1 million once Trump establishes the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, which we know is in play. In fact, this lady from Charles Schwab went out and just made the prediction. I watched it right before I went live. It's the headline of today's stream. It's our featured story. She straight up says they're anticipating Bitcoin going from $500,000 to $1 million once Trump establishes the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Does that sound familiar? Let me read some other recent headlines. Bitcoin's road to 1 million, the seventh wonder of the financial world, makes history. That's right. We tapped $104,000 all-time high 2 days ago, right here, live on our stream. We witnessed history in the making. We captured it. There's no looking back, broskies. Also, we have the Bitcoin OG. I'll read you this headline. This was probably a month ago. U.S. Bitcoin Reserve during Trump presidency could pump BTC to $1 million. Now, Adam Back, I respect. Why? He's a Bitcoin OG. He's the creator of the Hashcash. Satoshi used a part of the technology Adam Back created to create the Bitcoin. Clearly knows his ish. So if you have all these major companies and Bitcoin OGs, including Samson Mao, we covered it yesterday, projecting Bitcoin to hit $1 million with a Trump presidency. You even have your boy, you're looking at him right now, JV. I'm calling for 1.1 million Bitcoin. Granted, that's the bull scenario, but nonetheless, it's in play if Trump does what he says he is going to do. Let me know if you guys agree. My bear scenario is a modest 250. 420 is the base case because you got to have a base case, and JV is based 420 all day with the biddy. But let's dive a little deeper into the story. Let me know if you saw this interview. It's maybe 3 minutes. You could check it out on X, of course, but nonetheless, I'll get into some of the details here with Trump. So yeah, I'm going to use the Adam Back story because Adam Back is the man. A Bitcoin-related bill is gaining support in the U.S., and that's thanks to Cynthia Lummis. We're talking about the Bitcoin bill, which can send Bitcoin soaring to $1 million. Now, when this article was published, it was before I think Trump even won. Actually, it was right after, but it was obviously last month. Former President Trump's victory in the 2024 election on the 5th sparked optimism. So one of the most anticipated bills is the Bitcoin Act, championed by Wyoming Republican Senator Cynthia Lummis, which proposes the creation of the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve for the United States of America, making it the first nation to use it as a savings technology. Now, this is the hash war. This is the game theory. As countries are racing to adopt Bitcoin right now, word on the street, Putin, Russia, President Xi over in China. And then we also have statewide adoption in the United States. Florida, what was the story I read with you earlier? Let's see if I pull it up right here. Florida may introduce a Bitcoin reserve in 2025, leveraging a $185 billion pension fund and budget surplus to allocate billions of dollars into Bitcoin and crypto-related assets. So you already know. Now, at a state level, Dennis Porter, the head of the Satoshi Act, in which is making all these big things happen with the adoption around the world, he projects that Bitcoin will be adopted at the state level before the national level. So this is why I say the hash war. This is the game theory. There's a fight for adoption. He says unless Trump makes Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset immediately when he hits office January 20th, the states such as Texas and other states are likely to succeed first. But either way you slice it, it's going to go our way as Bitcoiners. The Bitcoin Reserve proposal is gaining significant support thanks to the Trump victory, which we know. The bipartisan support suggests the bill could be accepted during the next 4 years, hopefully sooner than later. At the federal level, the U.S. government's existing Bitcoin holdings are valued at $19 billion. That was before the recent pump that we pumped significantly here in the past week or so, 104 being the new high. The bill is creating widespread excitement, and it could set up Bitcoin for over $1 million per coin, according to Adam Back, co-founder and CEO of Blockstream, inventor of the Hashcash, and one of the most notable cryptographers in the industry. Some people even believe that Adam Back is Satoshi. I believe he knows exactly who Satoshi is. He's probably one of the few who can say that. Now, a U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act may pave the way for $1 million. I agree with that. Adam Back shared here, if the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve happens, prepare for 7-figure Bitcoin. He shared this back on November 18th. This cycle, notice this cycle, the market is skeptical on meaningful follow through for now, so that is not all priced in. So he's ultimately anticipating $1 million Bitcoin if this were to happen. Now, another person added, analysts suggest it should drive the Bitcoin price to 500,000 while attracting institutional investors like pension and sovereign wealth funds, which we're witnessing, further legitimizing Bitcoin as an asset class. Consider yourself legit Bitcoin. The proposal also aligns with Trump's vision of positioning the U.S. as a global leader in crypto innovation, which you already know, family. I mean, everyone follows the United States. I lived in China in 2010 for 13 months. Even in China, they become westernized. They listen to Michael Jackson and they watch NBA. They listen to pop. They follow our pop culture. They watch all of our movies. China's been westernized. Why is that? The Western world has a lot of influence across the rest of the world, and the United States is the leader when it comes to innovation and adoption. So with Trump planting his flag, and if he actually does exactly what he promised to do, and he makes Bitcoin, makes the United States a strategic, Bitcoin reserve for whatever, the United States Treasury, and they start stockpiling the Bitcoin, and they make America the Bitcoin mining hub of the world, and they make it favorable, maybe favorable tax laws, maybe 0% capital gains tax like we just witnessed in the Czech Republic as of today for those who hodl for 3 years. This type of stuff can absolutely make this realistic. Absolutely. Just very realistically, we can very realistically 10x, 11x if all that were to happen. But you let me know your thoughts. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the stream. Jerome says, when states and nations buy Bitcoin, it will send the price. Agreed. The state of Wisconsin pension has already purchased well over 100 million of IBIT. That's BlackRock's. More states will follow because they are well up 50% year to date. No brainer. Game theory in full effect, Greg. Agreed. I'm late, you're early. Exactly, one or the other, or maybe a little bit of each. That's why you got to have notifications turned on. I don't always stream at the same time. Usually I'll get in a week flow and we'll be the same time all week. Then the next week it always changes. So you got to have notifications turned on, gentlemen. I am so glad Biden is leaving the U.S. Yeah, things couldn't look better right now. With the Great Reset coming 2025, how far will Bitcoin fall? Great question. 1.1 million, I am thinking Aston Martin. Hey, that's a beautiful whip. That would be insane if it hit a milli this cycle. Yeah, because here's the bigger picture. It's definitely guaranteed to hit 1.1 million. I have no doubt in my mind. Like, I can say it with certainty. I can guarantee Bitcoin's going to hit 1.1 million just based upon what I've witnessed in the past 16 years. The US dollar is guaranteed to continue to lose purchasing power. Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase purchasing power. We will hit 1.1 million in US dollar monopoly money. It's a guarantee. The question, does that happen this cycle or next? That's the $1 million question, family. Will it happen this cycle as Adam Back and Goldman Sachs and many other major proponents are hinting? Or will it be the following cycle of 2028, 2029? You let me know your thoughts, family. Full send it. Let's go.